The mystery of Poe and his works has long fascinated the minds of people everywhere. I think the question we are all really asking ourselves is who was Poe? And how did his sort of dark personal dealings translate into his infamous psychological horrors? Poe, as a figure, conjures up an innumerable amount of images, primarily that of the dark and demented. We consulted NHS's resident Poe expert Julie Huff to find out just exactly who Poe is and what it is he represents.
Think of dark, mysterious, um, thought provoking, and just kind of scary.
Poe, as a person, wasn't necessarily any one of those things, but as a literary figure, he is all of them. His life was full of sorrow from the age of 3 when he lost both his parents. A good amount of his sorrow comes through in his writing. This sort of demented psychological terror of a style that Poe adopted is due largely in part to his own hurt. Many speculate writing about situations worse than his own was a sort of therapy for Poe.
I think he had a lot of trauma happen in his life, and he drew from that in his writing. And maybe it helped him. I don't know to write about it, but it definitely came through in his writing.
Because of the evident sorrow in his life, Poe micro-focused on psychological horror and things of that nature because it came to him easily. What you see in the pages of Poe's stories is quite literally a materialization of the contents of his brain.
I think he focused on it because it's what he knew. Oftentimes, you hear about writers, they write about what they know. That's what he knew. He knew darkness, he knew despair, he knew tragedy, um, and then he capitalized on it.
Indeed, he did. Poe wrote around 69 published literary works in his lifetime, if you count each poem separately in his published collections. All in all, the mystery of Poe is unique in that it is open-ended. His work, though the words go unchanged, is privy to multiple endings. The frustrating nature of the torment is in the unclear conclusion, one that you and all Poe readers out there have to find for themselves.